Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sammy New, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you my top 12 eyeshadow palettes in my collection that I love so much for 2021. If this is something that you are interested in, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below. So let's jump right into the video. You know what, just to spice things up, I am going to go ahead and rank all my top 12 eyeshadow palettes that I love so far in my collection, ranking from least to the most loved. And no, I love all 12 of them and they are for specific occasions, but I think I can narrow it down to my very top ranking eyeshadow palettes that I gravitate the most. Let's jump right into the video. So number 12 is my Pat McGraths Labs Mothership Subliminals palette. This is the Platinum Bronze palette, and I got this one on sale actually on the Pat McGraths website. It was marked down to about 50% off on the site, and I saw it and I said, you know, I'm gonna buy this one because I did not have any neutral or say cool tone palettes in my collection, so I went ahead and picked this one up and I love it. These are the shades. I don't really wear it that much, to be honest with you, like the others, but I really love this palette because I found another cool tone palette in my collection, so that one replaced this one. But I love it so much that it's so simple that you can just pick it up and create a eyeshadow look. You can just put this in the crease. You can actually use these ones. The thing about Pat McGrath's palette is that you can blend out these shimmer shades, so that's good. I can put this in the crease, I can blend it out with this, I can top it off with any of these shades over here, and it will get you a cute look, okay, an everyday type of look. So let's move on to number 11. So for number 11, this is my Pat McGraths, yes, another Pat, a Pat McGrath Eye Ecstasy Sublime palette. This one was my first Pat McGrath Labs purchase because I wanted to try the brand, but it was a little bit pricey and I wasn't that committed to buy an expensive eyeshadow palette. Like, that was my initial thought, to splurge on eyeshadows, because it was just astronomical and absurd to me to spend over $100 on eyeshadow. But I decided to say, if I'm going to commit to this, let me test her formula first and see if this is something that I am interested in. And watching reviews and stuff about Pat McGrath, it was always recommended to try her smaller palettes first to see if you would not get the opportunity to try these special shades, but it kind of give you an idea, like if these are good, just imagine the special shades. So I went ahead and got this Sublime palette, but the thing that was good for me too was that she had a sale. She had like 20% off, so this was initially $25, something of the sort, and I paid like 20 bucks for it. I tried and I fell in love with it that I had to go out and buy a actual Mothership palette. She have another one too that has like colorful shades like purples and stuff. I am not really into it. I'm more of a neutral person, so I went for this one and I love it. My two favorite shade is this one and definitely this one right here. And number 10 is my Urban Decay Born to Run. This was one of the first eye-in palette that I bought that was on sale. I found it in Ulta Beauty on sale for, it was half price. I paid $29 for it, and I was super ecstatic because that's the first time I have ever owned a high-end palette that I got on a sale, and I was super excited about it. This was one of my favorite go-to palettes for a long time. I used to travel with this palette because I feel it's versatile enough to give me some really beautiful everyday look. You can get daytime, nighttime glam out of this, and to me this is one of the best palettes Urban Decay has created so far. I love this so much that I went out and got the Cherry palette. I'm not in love with that one so much as I am with this one. People may say it's lackluster because the shades don't pop at you out of the jump. You probably have to use some type of setting spray or something to get the vibrancy out of these shadows, but I like how toned down they are. So for me, it's an everyday neutral type of toned down makeup look. If that's what you're desiring, this will be the ultimate palette for you to get. Number 9 on the list is my Anastasia Beverly Beverly Hills Narvina palette. This one holds a special place in my heart because even though I don't use it that much, I just love looking at it. Like, it's super beautiful, like super gorgeous. Like, you can't go wrong with this eyeshadow palette. I feel if you want to be pretty, if you want to be a princess for a day, this is the go-to palette. If you just want to look effortless and pretty, this is it, hands down. Even this shade, like, people complain about it not working, but I see why it's there. It's supposed to be there. Okay, I get it, I got it. But this palette is so beautiful. Like, my favorite shade is Dazzle right here. So beautiful, like so buttery, so gorgeous. Dazzle is one of my favorite shades. I love Summer. Summer is beautiful, just super gorgeous. Even Dreamer and Rose Gold, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So number 6, no, number 8. Number 6, girl, we running so fast. Number 6, no, yes, number 8. This is the Too Faced Palm Spring eyeshadow palette. This one I got in my BoxyCharm subscription box, and I am so happy that this one came in because, first of all, the smell. It smells like something that you would just eat up. Don't be hungry while applying this eyeshadow, okay? Take it at your own risk. It smells so good. Like, it smells like, is it chocolate? It smells like chocolate. Like, it's so good. I love this eyeshadow palette. I got this in BoxyCharm box, and I broke a shadow, like this pretty gold one right here. I broke it. Like, I can't even tell you how I broke it. Like, it's just so unfortunate. I have never tried any Too Faced eyeshadow palette before, so when I got this in the box, I was super ecstatic because I wanted to give it a try, and I'm glad I did because it blends so effortlessly. It looks super duper good on the eyes. You know, other people talk about how lackluster Too Faced shadows are, like, but I think this one is it. Like, this is legit. Number 7 is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. The name of the palette alone explains what this palette is about. This is about soft glam, like your everyday soft glam look. Like, this palette is the one that you can pop out when you feel uninspired, you don't know what to do. Your look is gonna come out beautiful regardless of what type of eyeshadow look you go with. So I love all the matte neutral shades down here in the bottom row, every single one of them. I am so happy that I picked this up. So my number 6 palette is my Pat McGrath's Celestial palette. This one, like, I was stoked by this one because I even kept the packaging, even though it's ridiculous because the actual palette looks the same as the box, but I kept it, okay, because it's so beautiful. When I initially saw it, I said, oh my gosh, this palette is gonna be like $300. When I saw the price, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I could not believe. Look how stunning this palette is. This one is a beauty. I was super happy that she included like purples and stuff because I wanted to give those shadows a try because I tried to stay safe. So I'm like, at least I can go to purples and pinks one day. So I'm glad she made a palette with all these beautiful colors. So for number 5 is my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. This one is the first time ever I have bought a palette full price. First ever, like not on sale or anything. This one was so beautiful. I wanted to try one of her bigger palettes and I was going back and forth between this one and the gold palette, I believe. Yes, and looking at the gold palette, I was like, I think I should do myself the justice to get this one instead because this practically have some similar shades that are in the gold palette, so why not get the full experience by going with this one instead? Like, look how beautiful it is. Superb. You can get so many looks in here, from neutral daytime look to glam nighttime look. This is beautiful. Even when you look at this blue shade right here, look how breathtaking this is. Even though I don't really go for shades like this, like look how beautiful this blue is. It's really gorgeous. Like, this is the one that I have on my eyes right now. I did went with this one to the crease area. I went in and put this one on the lid and top it off with this shade right down here. I don't go for the names because this is too much. Yeah, I just use these these three colors, like this one, and this one on my eyes, and you get a pretty look, a pretty daytime glam look. So number 4 on my list is one of my fave, man. This is the Natasha. Yes, another Natasha. This is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I was super stoked when she came out with this one, because even though I just bought a palette from her like 2 weeks prior, I was still happy because this is the glam palette that I always wanted. Like, I wanted a cool tone shade palette so bad. This is the one because I initially wanted the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, but that one was a limited edition and it would not bring it back for the life of me. So I think I went over to ColourPop trying to get one of their palettes, but I'm so glad I waited because Natasha Denona came with this one and I had to grab it. This is what was missing in my collection. Say the Mother Pan Platinum Bronze palette, the one that's actually at number 12, that one was replaced by this one because this is Glam, honey, okay? She took over, okay? She took over residence and she's a new owner, okay? She's the owner of the property, okay? She's not renting, okay? So for number 3 is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. Like, oh my gosh, like this is a staple. If you like Anastasia Beverly Hills formula and you wanted to try their eyeshadow palette but you think it did not gravitate to you as a darker skin tone person, I mean, come on, this one was made for us by someone that looks like us. So this is amazing. This was actually my first palette that I got from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yes, and I loved it so much that she had that sale, that Christmas edition with the 3.0 with the, it was a Narvina palette, it was Soft Glam, and it was another one with some berry cherries type of shit. I forgot the name. It's so lackluster that I gave it away. I don't really care for it that much. I gave it away. But those 3 were in the 3.0 that I got after I got this palette. Like, I loved it so much I went out and got 3 other more, okay? Like, this is the one, and to me this formula blends even better than the other one. So for me, this is the top Anastasia Beverly Hills palette of all time. My favorite shade, of course, is Lituation. It's definitely Credit and Ginger, and I love Sponsor. And I have to go with Zam. Like, Zam is so beautiful, like a topper shade. And this was actually on my, this was my number 2 palette, but something knocked it down to number 3. I love this palette so much. Like, I even travel with this palette twice because I love it so much. The palette that can give you a everyday look, a nighttime look, a super glam look, whatever look you desire, this is the palette. This is the ultimate palette for you, to be honest. So number 2 on my list is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Like, when I tell you, this palette, she is it and then some, okay? But even though, yeah, there's a con, even though all the shades, they look so beautiful, but I mean, if you create one look, you create them all, like, yeah. But it's so pretty to look at. I love it so much. The formula, the blendability, it's amazing. I think that you can't go wrong with this eyeshadow palette. Whatever look you choose, you'll be so beautiful. You look so great. Like, you can't really mess up your eyeshadow look with this palette. She's it. She's a it girl, okay? My favorite is True Bronze. I love Sleep. I love Silk. True Copper is beautiful, as even these matte shades are beautiful. Like, I love. So for number 1 is the Mcgraths Lab Bronze Seduction palette. Like, oh my gosh, like, she is it, okay? She has a, like, look how beautiful this is. I love the packaging so much that I am not getting rid of it, okay? I'm a hoarder, okay? I'll be buried alive soon. I refuse to throw it away because they're so beautiful. Like, how dare I? Fortunately for me, it was on sale for 20% off, so I got it for $100 instead of $120. So I'm so happy that I got it on sale, girl. So this one was at number 2 for me a little while, and I have to be loyal to her and bring her back at number 1 because if I want to feel pretty that day and feel super glam, she's it. Like, you have to go for it. So if anybody should steal this palette from me, I will cry eye water, okay? That's how much I love it. She's dear to my heart. Look how beautiful she is. Like, come on, hater, if you don't think this is beautiful, or if this is not one of her best palettes, you're a hater. You're a hater, Ray. Her. Look at this special shade here. Like, Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, look how pretty. Are you dumb? This one here, this pinkish shade right here, oh my, get out of here. Go away. Like, really? Look how beautiful. With this palette, you have to talk to me nicely. You have to speak to me correctly. You have to call me ma'am when I'm wearing this. You feel so darn bougie with this palette, okay? She's it. This red shade, forget it. It's so beautiful. It's so buttery. Oh my goodness, like she did her thing when it came to this palette. This is it, okay? My favorite of all is this pink one right here. This is a beautiful topper shade. Come on, like you can't go wrong with this palette. My favorite palette of all time is this Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked this video because it was super fun to make, and I hope that you will comment on this video. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.